quick one today. Today I'm going to show you a really quick and easy way to check your motorcycle's tyre pressures and tread depth as well. We'll go over tyre pressures first, and then I'll get into the tread depth of how to check it effectively, accurately, and most of all, make sure your tyres are in good condition and safe for riding. Let's get into it. So first off, I'm going to go into, I hope you can hear me, it's quite windy. I'm going to go into why it is so important with your tyre pressures to check them regularly. Make sure you're not underinflated or overinflated to the manufacturer's guidelines. Basically, if your tyre, let's start with underinflated tyres. If your tyres are underinflated, you're going to have a large contact area with the road, which means basically you're going to have really bad handling, you're going to have heavy handling and sort of sloppy handling as well. I don't know if you've ever had it, you notice, you think, well, the bike's just not, it feels heavy and just really hard to turn the front wheel there. That's most likely, there's many other reasons, but one of the main reasons first to check is your tyre pressures. Right, so another one for underinflated, especially now, these days, the environment, we want to look after the environment, everything's going green, it's all about fuel economy. There's the clue. Yeah, underinflated tyres, you're going to really affect your fuel economy negatively, so you don't want that, you want to keep them the right pressure. Save the trees, save the planet. Alright, moving on to, that's some consequences of low tyre pressure. Now, what if your tyre pressure is too high? What goes wrong then? Well, that means you have a too small a contact patch of the tyre with the road, which is obviously not good. It's going to result in less traction, because there's less of the tyre touching the road, so less sticky, less contact area touching the road. And secondly, which, trust me, if you've had it, is incredibly annoying. It makes quite a big difference. If they're overinflated, your tyres are partly due to some cushioning for the ride. So if they're overinflated, you're going to get a really choppy, rough, bumpy ride, which takes away from, the riding experience. So you don't want that either. Alright, moving on. When to check your tyre, when's the best time to check your tyre pressure? I like to do it at least once a week to be on the safe side. So important to get them right, so yeah, once a week check your tyre pressure. Another point on that, best time to check your tyre pressure is when they're cold. So before you go out riding, you're not waiting for icy conditions, just when they're cold, so before you go out riding, but they haven't got heated, you get the correct pressure level. Okay, so we come down to checking the pressures. How do you know what pressure to fill your bike, the tyres up to? Got you covered. Depending on the model of your bike, the pressures will change, and the brand and make of your tyre will be different pressure levels. There's two pressure levels, it's PSI or bar, which I'm sure you already know. But to make it easy, for the level on your specific bike, it should be on your swing arm of the bike, which, if I spin you, is this rear section that comes out, basically joins the rear wheel to the frame chassis of the bike. Hope you can see that. Mine on the Triumph Speedmaster motorcycle, my tyre pressure is on the swing arm. There's a sticker on the swing arm there. It's measured in bar, so the front tyre is 2.3 and the rear's 2.5 bar. Might be on other motorbikes, you'll have a sticker on your frame somewhere. So on the actual framework of the bike, there'll be a sticker giving you your levels for the pressures as well. Right guys, here's the exciting bit of checking your tyre pressures. It just so happens I have a nifty little tool here which I've been using for a while now. It's a digital tyre pressure gauge. I bought it online. I'll pop the link for the product in the description below. They're not expensive at all. I think it's about £9–10 British pounds. It's a great little product, very small and light. You can check your tyre pressure and your tread depth with it as well. So when you're on the move, touring, really handy just to have this puppy with you to check your pressures. Once you've checked it, it'll come up on the screen digitally. Really accurate this, it'll do it to 2 decimal points, so it's very accurate, more than you need to give you what pressure you have on here, and it's as simple as that, checking your pressures. If they're underinflated, then take them to the garage, go to one of the machines, give them a little blow up, about 50p, then you're good to go. Safe as houses, so that's tyre pressures. Stay safe with your pressures. Let's get on to the tread depth and how this nifty little tool you can check your tread depths like that to the decimal point. Tread depths are very important, obviously, along with the pressure of your tyres, but checking your tread depth, tricky one to say. Basically, if your tread depths are too low, that's always the worry. If they're too low, you're going to have a massive loss of traction, terrible handling, really slippy, bad performance in the rain, all-round badness if your treads are too low. Last but not least, there's a legal requirement to have your treads a certain depth. Now, the certain depth for your treads in the UK, the legal requirement is 1 millimetre for 3/4 of the tread pattern on your tyre, and the remaining quarter you have to have visible tread depth. And now that's a legal requirement, so it is important, very important, to stay on top of your motorcycle's tyres tread depths. Quick one, little tip, before we whip out our handy little tool, referring to the tool that checks the tread depths, no puns intended, you come in here. You can do it, there's a nifty little guide, it's on all tyres. Now, whether you'll be able to see it on the camera, on the wall of your tyre, it should say TW1, maybe 3 or 4 times around the edge of the tyre. And now in line with that, in the centre of your tyre, in one of the treads, there's going to be a little rise in the depth of the tread, which is your 1 millimetre mark. So if the tyre gets down to that little rise, that little lump in the tread, to level with that, then they're too low, you need to change your tyres. Okay, sweet. So that's one way of visually checking your tread depth. Very important, that little nodule next to the TWI, your tyre wear indicator. I had to remember that for a second. Now, when you want to get a bit more accurate, to be honest, this is probably even quicker. Get out our trusty little friend again, turn him on. There he is, he's woken up. The display is basically like that, if you can see it in the camera. It comes out digital numbers, it's really clear, really easy. There's a little slide bar on the side, and this bar, slider, if you slide it up and down, it pushes out a pin. See that pin pop out there? That's your indicator that's going to go into the tread depth, and it's going to hit the tyre and stop, and it'll give you an accurate reading in millimeters, or you can actually change the units on this, the measurement units. It's brilliant, very easy as well. That's going to give you, I do it in millimeters because I'm in the UK, that's going to give you your very accurate tread depth. Well, alright. How to easily check your motorcycle's tyre pressure and tread depth. Yeah, also guys, if you like our little friend there that we've been using, the little does your tyre pressure and your tread depth as well. It's really handy, honestly, for travelling around if you're touring, or even just for at home to really quickly check. I'll pop a link for it down in the description so you can take a look there. There's a few out there, but I've been using this one a lot and it's a good one, so I can recommend it. I hope that was useful to you. Hope it was sort of vaguely clear. If you liked it, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for lots more useful motorbiking content, motorbiking travel, adventures, trips, all motorbiking, all good fun. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Many thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, please just leave them in the comments below, and I will do my very best to get back to you and reply and try and help you out. Anyway, have a good day, thanks for watching, cheers, ciao bella!